Welcome to Home Biz Tax Talk. My name is Lysandra Everett. I am the Home Biz Tax Lady, where I help home business owners win the tax game. Home Biz Tax Talk airs Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish. And when you tune into my show, you're going to hear about topics that are important to the home business community. And today we are going to talk about the home office tax deduction. All right. So as a home business owner, the home office tax deduction is really, really awesome, but there are some rules. So I really want to focus on that today, focus on the rules of what you need to know in order to be able to deduct your home office, okay? So the first thing is this, is that for you to deduct your home office, that means the most important functions of your business must be done at home. Okay, so now we have some people that may be real estate agents that may have an office at home, but also have an office at work. And so you have to determine where you do your most important work, because sometimes, depending on how this works out for you, you may not be able to actually take the home office deduction. So it really just depends on the nature of your business and if you have a location that's at your home and also outside your home. Now, if you operate solely from home, in order for you to take the home office deduction, the next thing is it must be an area that is exclusively used for business. This can be a room or even a portion of a room that is exclusively used for business. Now, let's talk about exclusive use. It means just that, exclusive use. That means you don't use it for anything else. This is why your kitchen table cannot be your home office, because you eat dinner at the table. Your living room cannot be your home office because you sit there and watch TV in your living room. This must be a designated space in your home that's all you do, where you may have a desk, a phone, your computer. So with that being said, if you really don't have a home office, meaning you really live in that laptop lifestyle and you might work in your kitchen, you might work in your living room, you might work on your deck or whatever, then do not take the home office deduction. It must be a room that is exclusively used for business, okay? That can be, you can take a spare bedroom and turn that into a home office, or whatever room you may not be using for anything else. Also, if you have a business that stores inventory, where you store your inventory can also be used, can be taken, added into that home office deduction. All right. Now, the next thing is that there's a difference between owning and renting. So if you own your home, you take the home office deduction. Well, let me back up. There's two ways to take the home office deduction. There's the simplified method and the actual expense method. So with the actual expense method, we're talking about all of the details. We're talking about a portion of your rent, I'm sorry if we're talking about owning right now. But with actual expenses, it can be a portion of your rent or mortgage, your gas and electricity, water, those utilities, a portion of that. But with the simplified method, it is $5 per square foot up to 300 feet. So with the simplified method, the largest home office deduction you can take is $1,500. Where if you take actual expenses, it may be a little bit more. Now, when you're taking actual expenses, it does not matter if you rent or own your home. You can still take the home office deduction. However, if you own your home and you're taking the home office deduction, you must take depreciation. And a lot of times people want to say, well, if I don't take depreciation, then I don't have to worry about it. That is absolutely not true. Because what happens is the IRS says, well, you didn't take it, but you should have taken it. And how that impacts you is when you go to sell your home, then the portion of your home that was depreciated or should have been depreciated, you will have to pay taxes on the gain on that portion of your home. Now, most people know that if you've lived in your home 2 out of 5 years, you have the $250,000 capital gain exclusion. If you're single, $500,000 for married filing joint. However, when you have depreciation recaptured, that's what it's called, you don't get that exclusion for that portion of your home. So when you go to sell your home, you may see the amount that you were due back decrease, when you file it on your taxes. So that's how that works. But when you take the home office deduction and you own your home, depreciation is not optional. So you might as well take that deduction on your taxes because you're going to have to pay for that anywho. Okay. Now, one of the things that I get a question about all the time is lawn care when it comes to the home office deduction, whether it's lawn care or snow removal in the winter. So generally speaking, anything outside the home is not tax deductible. That means that, if you pay somebody to mow your lawn or if you pay for snow removal, that is not a tax deductible expense for the home office. Now, the only way that I've even heard that that is possible, although I have yet to see it happen with any of my clients, is that if you actually see clients at your home on a regular basis as a part of your business. So think of a stylist that may have her salon set up at home, or a dentist that may have an office in his home, his or her home. Okay. So think like that, where the clients are coming to your home on a regular basis in order for you to conduct business. And it's not just, once in a while type of thing. So generally speaking, anything outside the home is not tax deductible. Inside the home, it is. Now, when it comes to repairs, you have to, look at repairs that directly impact the home office. So if you go and get your deck redone, that's not going to be a home office expense, right? Because that has nothing to do with the office. However, if you repaint or if you have to get some electrical work done in the home office, if you have to get a fax line added or something like that, that would be a tax deductible expense. So that's how, repairs work for the home. Okay. It's got to be directly related to your home office, needing to get your kitchen sink fixed. If that's got nothing to do with your home office. Okay. All right. Now, as far as taking the expense, you have to know the overall square footage of your living space and the square footage of your home office. And that's going to be a ratio. And so you're going to take that percentage. So if you have a 100 square foot home and you use 10 square feet of space, that's 10%. Okay. We keep the number small. Y'all know it's Monday. Okay. Just go with me on the math. So it works out to be a percentage of use, your home office compared to your overall square footage of your home. And then again, remember that if you keep inventory in your home, that area that your inventory takes up, okay? Let me be clear about that. The area in which you store your inventory, that is tax deductible. So let me give you an example. If you have a basement and you use a portion of that to store your inventory, then that portion is tax deductible only, not the entire basement space. Okay? Make sure we get that out there. So those are the things that you have to know, and you have to know the annual totals, the annual total of your utilities, your real estate taxes, your homeowner's insurance, all of those annual totals. A portion of that is tax deductible. And also make sure that if you start a business during the beginning of during the middle of the year. So let's say you start a business in June or July, that you're only taking expenses from the time you start your business, not the entire year. Okay. And then after that, you can carry forward. Oh, the other thing I want to tell you, the actual expense method. What is great about the actual expense method versus the $5 per square foot? With the actual expense method, you have this thing called carryover. So if you have a portion of your home office deduction that you cannot use, you get to carry that forward to the next year. And what do I mean? The home office expense cannot create a loss in your business. It can't take you below zero. So if you actually look at your return, depending on what your profit amount is. If your home office is going to basically zero you out, then you'll notice that the home office deduction amount will change. That's because it can't take you below zero. So when you have the actual expense method, you can carry that unused portion forward to the next year until you use it all up, which is absolutely awesome because, when you first get started in business, 9 times out of 10, you're losing money anyway. But when you become profitable, then that home office deduction, that will help you reduce some of that profit to reduce your taxes. Okay, that is what's great about the actual expense method. So, I generally highly recommend taking the actual expense method. But listen, if you're just tinkering around with something in the beginning, you don't really know that you're going to turn it into a business, I would recommend taking the simplified method until you're sure that's what you're going to do. Because once you take the actual expense method, there is no going back. Okay, you have to take that depreciation. And if you just happen to quit, decide this is not what you want to do, then you're just going to be carrying that and carrying that and carrying that until you sell your home. And whatever that depreciation that you took, you're going to have to pay that back when you sell your home. Okay. So I hope this helps you out with preparing to take your home office deduction. But again, people ask me this question usually with the intent of trying to prepare the taxes themselves. And I will tell you that's an absolute no-go at this station. As a business owner, it's your job to make money for your business. That's what tax professionals and accountants are for, to make sure that these things are done appropriately. And all the tough questions are asked, because at the end of the day, the last thing you want to do is wind up getting audited, and then you have those deductions disallowed, and you pay money back to the IRS. Okay. Just to let you know. All right. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Home Biz Tax Talk. Again, we air Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish, and you can come right here to get your questions answered about your home business taxes. All right. See you next time. Bye.